Hello friends, I'm Kia the Loving Channel. This video is an unedited version of a session that I did a few weeks ago. It is at the generosity and kindness of Blair, who is the person I did the session with, and her willingness to open up her private life for people to witness with the intention of the session somehow being helpful or healing for others as they watch and experience it. That is my hope and intention as well. And I'm very grateful to Blair for being willing to do the session and for me to post it publicly. So please enjoy. It will give you a sense of what a session with me could be like. And there may be some wonderful tidbits of information in there that may help you, as well as how they helped Blair. For more information on sessions and everything else that I do, please visit thelovingchannel.com. Thank you and enjoy. Thank you for doing this. I really, really appreciate it, first of all. And
Yeah.
it's really nice to see you.
I know. I haven't seen.
Right? It's nice. It's good. Um, I know you don't have any questions, right? You're clear on the process and how everything works.
Yeah, I don't think I've done a session with you because I think the only thing that I did was at your place that one time where we tested our intuition.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
intuitive
Yeah.
workshop. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So
We've never actually done a session. That's so
I think
interesting.
so. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I actually have changed and evolved since back then. The way things come to me, I still have the option for things to come through all in the way that they used to, but um, things it's almost like there's a shorter distance now. Like stuff shows up in a, I don't even want to say more specific way, but just or clearer, but just there's less stuff in
Yeah.
between. Um,
Cool.
so, so what I usually do is meditate on the person before the session starts. And so when I meditated today for you, I had a few things come up. And so I'll share with you what those images were. And then we can talk about, those images and feelings. And then we can talk about sort of either how they apply to you, if they feel right. And then we can start there, or if you have specific questions, we can start with those. But the little hits that I get are always sort of a fun jumping pad.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Let's do that.
Okay, and then all right. So since we're doing a half hour, I'm going to set the timer for 25 minutes so that we'll know when we have 5 minutes left. So we are
Cool.
officially starting now. All right, so the first thing that I saw was a camping tent and it receding like really like the wind just sending it off into the distance. Um
Oh.
which is interesting. The second thing that I saw was you or what I believe is you, because it really felt like you, standing triumphant, but you were wielding like a sledgehammer. So like instead of like the Statue of Liberty with
Uh-huh.
um oh no, that's not what I'm doing.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
I know. Well, this is one of my favorites. Um
That's amazing.
So you were standing triumphant with this sledgehammer, and it felt like you had just destroyed whatever needed to be cleared out
Hmm.
and
Okay.
had like built, like I feel like it was a tool because you were building whatever the foundation is and you were triumphant in what you had built.
Cool.
It just felt really like victory and accomplishment. Um, then I had two more images, and usually I get like three to four, just little hits. Um, the other one was a baby being held, being nurtured, being loved, and cared for, taken care of. And to me, that either felt like you loving, nurturing, caring for your baby, like, baby you, the you inside, um, or something that is dear to your heart that
Mm,
you have
yeah,
been nurturing, growing, caring for.
cool.
And then the last thing I saw, and it's funny, I definitely felt some energies of those who have passed, kind of wanting to like poke through and say hi. Um,
Cool.
and the first energy that was the strongest was like an owl
Hmm.
with its wings spread out. And the message that came with that was like, you are being watched over, you are being protected. Like
Hmm.
a whole, I don't know what a group of owls are called, but that there's like all these owls and they're just looking for you. So you may notice a bunch of owls maybe uh,
Cool.
next few weeks. So those are the hits, and those are my interpretations. So if they strike anything in you, or you know, and if it feels, so I would say the tent definitely feels like something that's from the past, and if there's a little more clearing out that needs to do with that, and to me that felt like temporariness, um, not feeling like you have a solid foundation, sort of like, and moving around. I feel like
Yeah,
you're coming to a more homebound state. Doesn't mean there
yeah,
won't be any travel, but there will be a real solid sense of home.
yeah. That makes sense. And like, do these images like, are they talking about like present or are they kind of talking about like future?
Well, so it would depend. So the tent feels like past,
Okay, right past, yeah.
right? It feels like that's sort of near past, right? It's not, the tent isn't necessarily part of your present anymore. Uh,
Yeah,
the triumphant feels like present into future,
cool. Yeah,
and the baby feels like past, present, future.
yeah.
And the owls are eternal.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. The owls feel to me just, yeah, like they're wise and they're just looking out, which seems great. Um, and yeah, that's nice. But I think, yeah, like the tent makes total sense because like me and Caitlin are trying to like have like a foundation now. Like we're obviously like somewhere temporary, but at least for 6 months. So that's like longer than
So that's
normal.
good. Yeah, yeah.
But we are like talking about like, yeah, we want to move and sit somewhere.
It feels like your new home,
Mhm.
wherever, whatever that will be, like that, you will find that soon. And I feel like it's going to be sooner than you've been anticipating, if that makes sense. Like, not necessarily that you'll move before the 6 months is over, but you'll have the clarity of sort of
Hmm.
like, this is the place. Oh, and this is actually the very specific home.
Cool.
Be able to get that process rolling. So I feel like that clarity is going to show up, and it's going to be easy. So I would say you don't have to do much work around
Mm,
it. Okay. You guys have already done, it feels like a lot of work. So let it be for the next few weeks and see what shows up and keeps like poking
mm.
in and is like, hey, remember me? Or
Okay.
hey, this is like bright and shiny over here. What's that about? But no, as much as this sounds contrarian, you don't have to focus a lot of energy on home base. That
Okay.
is going to show up. And the temporariness, you're done with that. And again, I'm not saying that there won't be travel, there won't be adventure and exploration, but the place that will be your home for a while, again, much more permanent. Uh, all that will come to you and be very clear very soon, actually. Definitely within within the next few months.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Yeah, I was
I would
just
say
about to like,
here, but I don't want to get you too excited by being like, oh, in the next like 2 or 3 weeks, you'll have like it'll all come clear. But
oh my God.
but give yourself like, but just let it go. And maybe
Okay.
that's that's why it was receding. Like, just you don't need to put energy into that. You guys can rest and let your home speak to you.
Okay, cool.
It call like you got like you've opened your heart. You've said, I would like a permanent home that's my long-term home. I want it to be a place where I know I would be happy. So you've already held the intention. And actually, maybe that's something nice that you guys can do together. And you've probably already done this. But maybe take a piece of paper, write a big heart, and just write home. Put your names inside the heart. And if there are a few things that are like have tos,
Hmm.
you really have to have. But I feel like you guys in a heart with a home, you've
Yeah.
got all the love there. That's like pretty much all you need. And the energy that you'll put into that intention, and then just let the paper live um, somewhere where each time you guys see it, you can give it a little extra love. And that's all the energy you need to give right now. There doesn't need to be mental doing, there doesn't need to be physical doing. Just give it, like, so hang it on the fridge or put it in the bathroom, somewhere where you guys will see it quite often, and just, oh yeah, thank you, home. Oh yeah, thank you, home. And then that's it. That's your work. And see what shows up,
Cool.
trust.
Yeah. I was just last night starting to be like, okay, I need to start looking at places. So that's great. I'm not going to
Oh
worry
yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. Just trust. It'll come to you, or you'll get real clarity about where it's meant to be, and then that will focus and narrow things, and something will just pop up. But I also feel like you'll have a personal connection to it, or someone that will mention something, like somehow it will be found through community.
okay, cool. Yeah, I have a good idea of where that's coming from. Um, cool. So the triumphant thing, and then the other one, which was the nurturing something. It's funny because there's two different things that I could like put those with.
Mhm.
Um, because like one is like this course that I'm creating, which I kind of feel like that could be like the thing that I'm like, I built it, here it is. And then the other thing feels more like it could be like the script that I've been doing and like now I'm trying to make because it feels like something I've been nurturing, but it could also be myself too. But I feel like those two things to me feel like what those are.
So as soon as you say course, it
Yeah.
feels really good to me. Very warm, lots of sparkle. So whatever you're doing with that, that feels really good. I would say keep on building and growing it. You have so much to give and to offer. And if this is one of the beautiful ways that you are going to do that, trust it and let your heart keep guiding you, and just do it,
Okay.
because
Cool.
it feels really good. And the only self-doubt that you're feeling is just old. It's
Okay.
not present. You There's a reason it's coming through you. There's a reason why you are the one to create this and to share this and to give this to people. So trust that. And whatever the old stuff is, that's the doubt, that's the questioning, that is history.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Trust. But it feels really good. And it will build and create a community for you as well,
Hmm. That's
which will be
fun.
really nice.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's good to know about the self-doubt stuff. So that's just like bubbling up, but it can just go away.
Well, okay. And so when things bubble up, right? And the beauty of the bubbling up, as much as it's like, ugh, it's the worst, the beauty of the bubbling up is that it's coming up so that you can let go of it.
Oh.
So, so with thoughts, when thoughts come up that are, not pleasant, not necessarily wanted, we have the opportunity to drop back into soul state, right? Drop back into that unconditional love, drop back into a focus on our consciousness, and that's when we become the observer. And so then the thoughts, they go through, and it's like, oh, am I going to give some focus and energy to that little thought? well, maybe right now, no. And then it comes again, and it's like, oh, yes, I'm gonna go into there and I'm gonna, suffer, torture
Yeah.
myself, like all those fabulous things that we all do, right? So thoughts really, when they come up, because of the way observer state works, it's much easier, even though it's so easy to get sucked into them, but for them to just pass, right? That whole idea that we are the sky, thoughts and emotions are the weather. Now, with emotions, right, feelings that are emotionally based, which also are related to thoughts, when those come up, because they are more physically embedded, um, they come up to be released, right? That energy is coming up to be released. So breathe. Every
Mm.
time the self doubt pops up, okay, feeling the self doubt. Here it is. Hi, self doubt. Okay. Take a few breaths. It lightens, it dissipates, it clears out. Okay, have a few minutes of peace. And you know all this, right?
But
But just
that's good to remember. You don't remember
right,
those
just right,
things.
just to remind you so that, and then the next time it comes up, it will not be as intense because some of the energy's been dissipated.
Mm,
And what's wonderful is the doubts aren't true,
mm,
right? Your being is like,
mm.
oh yeah, that's not my truth. That's not who I really am. That's just remnants of experiences and traumas from the past, whether it's actual experiences you've had or things you've seen, things you've read, right? All those experiences build up and become part of our psyche as well.
Mm.
So when that self doubt pops up again, you can just say, oh, hi, old friend. I recognize you. I know you're not truth, but there's still some of you left in me. So we're just going to do our little few breaths here, let you come up, let you dissipate. And whatever helps you, like if envisioning or imagining with the breath, breathing helps you, um, give yourself an image that whatever this emotion is going to come up, and maybe it's like a funnel of steam. You know how the geysers, they let off the steam,
Yeah.
so it's a geyser that's coming up and out of you, and it comes up and you breathe as it's coming through, and it's that most intense, and then it all evaporates and you're done,
Yeah, then it's gone. Usually.
and then it's gone, and then you're present in the moment. Those emotions, those thoughts and ideas have passed. You're here, you're centered, you're grounded, and then you can move forward with whatever it was that you were intending to do from that new place. Um,
Yeah, that's good.
yeah. So just know emotions, it's really important for them to be breathed through. The thoughts that create the emotional experiences, those really need to be breathed through too. But when a thought comes up and we haven't yet given focus or energy to it, we can just watch it move through. And that's the
Mm.
best. I mean, it's not always possible, but that's
I know.
when you're like, oh yeah, hi, I remember you. No, thank you, not today. Go ahead, keep going, you know.
Yeah,
So,
totally.
so,
Cool. Yeah.
so trust yourself and know whatever this course is, you're right on track. It's really what you're like, it feels so good for you right now, like so like juicy, full, warm, sparkly. And it also has a lot of depth, Blair, like a lot of resonance, and
Mm,
it feels grounded as well. So it's got roots. You're growing it, so trust that, and know that you have much to give. You have wisdom, and also you're connected. You've got your intuition and you listen, and wisdom and truth can come through you easily, and they do.
mm.
And well, and this is part of what you're doing. Right? We're all channelers ultimately. We all have
Right.
energy that moves through us. And this wouldn't be coming to you, if it wasn't from the highest part of consciousness and your connection with that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool to
Trust
know.
it. Like it feels really good. I'm
Yay.
excited for you. It's very
Good. It's taken forever, but it's finally coming to an end, it seems like. So that's good.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
So
The baby.
yeah. So yeah. I mean, like, what else do you feel about that? Because it definitely could be myself, but I also just feel like it could be this project that I've been like nurturing and like creating, and I've just put so much of myself into it, like in a good way, not in like a, oh, I've put so much of myself into it. Like it's just I feel like it's me and I love it. Like it's so I just really love the project, and I felt different about it than other stuff where I'm just like, if people don't like it, like that's fine, but a couple people like it, so I feel like it's good. And I also just love it, so I feel really good about it, and I think it's like you're like I'm like birthing it into the world or something. So it feels like that, but what do you think? What does your thoughts feel like?
So, so I feel like this project is, so yes, as far as what I saw in the meditation, this baby that you've been, yes, nurturing, birthing,
Mhm.
um, it is this project. And I would say it's going to need you to continue to feed it, to rock it, to change its diapers. You're going to still have to do all those things. But it feels, and it's funny because the energy of it, like it feels ensconced in love.
Mhm.
And and it feels easy. It did not feel like, oh, I've got to change a diaper. Oh, I'm exhausted. Oh, I haven't been sleeping forever. All the typical parental things. It really just felt like loving ease, and it will continue to grow. Um, and I feel like as long as you keep feeding it, um, and babies bring so much light and joy to everyone they encounter. And if you keep sharing it and letting
Mhm.
it give that light and joy, it will find the right other parent,
Hmm.
friends, group of
Hmm.
parents to help it move through toddler, adolescent, adulthood. Um,
Okay.
but you still need to do a little more of the
Mhm.
caretaking. And this project also feels really good. Now, it doesn't feel as immediate in fruition as the course.
Yeah.
Um, but it's like there's a very straight path, and it's like a column of light extending out. So you just have to keep walking along that column, nurturing the baby as you move forward. But it also is like it's bigger and taller, like it moves further in distance. The course to me brings like a community and a group around you, right? It's very much center,
Mhm.
like a circle. This is like a column rising up, but I'm seeing it as the energy going like straight out, but it shoots very far.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
these things take a little bit longer to grow,
Right.
right? But it feels good. It feels clear. It has warmth to it. Um, and also, the course is a little more like warm and fuzzy as far as more feminine energy into its creation, expression, and manifestation. This requires more masculine energy
Okay.
to build
Yeah.
it, to grow it. It's like a solid column of light rising up. This is more a circle of light that's being
Yeah.
dispelled, right? So you're going to need to do more of the nurturing of the work, and while holding the feminine love, right, that you already have, that nurturing, nourishing love, there's also going to need to be
Mhm.
masculine energy of the masculine energy of intention and creation and moving things forward. And also the parts that will come together to help it manifest is going to be more masculine energy, more of doing, um,
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff. But it feels, I mean, it's solid. So you can
Cool.
trust it and just keep moving forward. Again, doubt out, right?
Yeah. Shout out.
Uh,
Yeah.
you know, but it feels very clear.
Cool.
As the nurturing, so you've already made the baby.
Mhm.
The nurturing is just helping the baby grow. So you don't necessarily need to do really any work on the script itself, the project itself right now. Just
Okay.
nurture it and get it out, take it to the playground so it can meet other potential
Yeah.
type people for it. Um,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, but it feels really good and solid. It will just take a little bit longer than uh, the course to have its unveiling to the world.
Mhm.
And but it feels good, and I feel like you already have in your mind who you're supposed to work with, who it's supposed to connect with. You already know, you already have the vision and the intention. Stay in that line and trust it. Even if
Okay.
it's like, oh, I don't know, they may be too big,
Yeah.
or no. Yes, just go for it. Okay. And that's sort of part of the clear line. Like the guidance you've received, reach out to those people. Know that this is a beautiful baby that you've made and it's going to touch these people, right? Um, and I feel like your main support will end up being someone you've already worked with in the past, that you
Okay.
have a staunch supporter. You may
Yeah.
not be sure that they're going to be 100% supportive yet, but they will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's totally right. Yeah,
Yeah.
like right, not 100% yet, but once they're in it, they're in it. Is that
Once
kind of
they're
what
in
you
it, they're in it, and they're like a firm supporter. And then I see you standing triumphant again.
I'm always just standing triumphant.
Standing triumphant, Blair. Uh, so
Cool.
yeah. So any questions around any of that stuff? Any more questions?
Uh,
Any specifics?
um, well, I mean, you hit on like really big ones, which is great. The core stuff makes me feel good because like, like financially, I mean, nothing's really happening because I'm not like working. So like the course is kind of like what I'm hoping is like helpful with that. So I guess I don't know, like what do you see kind of like financially for me, like in the next year, I guess. Like I don't feel like, and to me, I don't feel like I need to worry about anything, but
Good. Keep that. That's the truth. And also, you staying in that state of knowing and trust that you are, all right, so that's our 5 minutes, that you are being taken care of. That also helps allow you to be taken care of. When we
mm,
get afraid that we're not, we start making choices that take us off course, right? So if you keep trusting, everything will come to fruition. So as far as the coming year goes, financially, so it does feel like right now it's a stasis.
mhm.
You may get a little help. Like I see, like, little elves gifting you some cash here and there, or a few smaller things, like not obviously elves, but fairy, your elven fairy people on this planet, in human form. You may receive a few sort of smaller gifts that help buoy things. But once you have the clarity about the home, what you need to make that happen is going to show up. And
Mm,
um and also and at that point the course will be ready and be out there. um the course will be sort of a slow build, but not it's going to be a slow build for a little bit, but then something's going to open it up big.
mm,
Okay. So, and then yes, quite a bit of money will come through from that. And then you'll also get hired for something else. Like when it rains, it pours. So
Hmm.
enjoy this time right now.
Yeah.
Enjoy the quiet because when you find the home and when the course is out, you'll get hired for another job not related to your script or the project. That'll still be moving forward. And you'll be like, I don't do these kinds of jobs anymore. I've told people that, blah, blah, blah. But I want to work with blah, 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 blah.
Hmm.
So I'll do this one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And doing that, whatever that thing is that shows up, actually feels good for you.
Okay.
Even if it, so part of it is going to feel like a step back. Okay.
Hmm.
Let the idea go that it's a step back. Everything is moving you forward so that you meet the people you need to meet, so that you have the confidence that you need to have, so that you have whatever the experiences are. And um and there's going to be a party that's going to be like, really, universe, like really, you know.
Yeah.
um but it's not going to be a huge long job either. It's going to be a
Okay.
shorter job.
Cool.
um but there'll be a few people that you meet that are important. And
Okay.
that's how it feels. It's less about the work. Yes, the cash will be nice, but it's more about some of the people you will meet and how that will play into
Hmm.
your future.
Okay. Cool.
Um, and trust that you'll know,
Yeah.
because you probably get quite a few job offers all the time, but this one will feel different.
Okay, cool.
Uh,
Yeah. Okay. Well,
so
that's
you
good to
guys
know.
will be fine, and things will really start. Like enjoy the next few months, because when things really start to kick off, they will. You'll end up being very busy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I don't have to like panic right now. I can just chill and then
Chill and do the work you need to do to get the course
yeah.
out, and also whatever baby tending you need to do, to move all that forward. And yeah, and make the heart with your names in the home, and then just give it a little juice every time you guys walk past it. Just love,
Yeah.
thank you. We're so grateful for this home that is our home, that is our forever home, where we can, do everything we're here to do, fulfill our soul's purpose, be filled with love and joy and happiness. Um, and I feel like you guys are going to end up with quite a few animals wherever you end up.
Really? Oh my gosh, really?
That's
That's
what
interesting.
it feels like. Like you're going to end up having some pets that maybe you didn't count on having. Um,
Interesting.
you'll have some extra souls that are going to hop along the journey with you. That's what it feels like. Like when I see it, I see, or maybe it's just your community of friends constantly stopping by. So maybe you just constantly, but it's like um I see the home and I see you guys with your permanent loved ones, right? That are
Oh
always around.
yeah.
And um but then I also see like a bunch of others like being drawn, right? Being joining you. So it feels like there are always guests, there are always extra, and a few may come and hang out, maybe a little longer than you guys
That's
hope. That's okay.
that more. I like that more than more animals.
More
Unless
animals.
the animals are outside, like that's
Well,
fine.
some of them might be outside, but it just feels like there's a lot more spirits, like a lot more energies. And it may, who knows, you guys may end up with like chickens
Yeah.
and other things like that. You never know.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything more about the owls? I know we're like almost done, but
Okay,
anything more?
so yeah, no, it's okay. We can okay, so the owls, and also so you are loved, you're looked over. And it's funny, like Blair, there's like a whole crowd, and,
Wow.
and most people have a group that sort of watches over them. Um, and it's funny, I think maybe why it feels like owls was the first sort of energy that showed up when I was meditating on you is almost like someone who may have had round black
Hmm.
rimmed glasses, and they may not even be actual relative family, but
Hmm.
they are looking out for you. Um, so it's like you just have all of these energies around you. And if they're looking out for you, we can see if there is anyone specific who wants to step through, but it's almost like, again, they're like, and I don't know I think owls usually don't live in groups,
Hmm.
um, but they just want you to know you're watched over, you're taken care of, and and that they're helping send you wisdom so that you
Okay.
so that you know what to do, right? They're
Okay.
your guidance team, right? They're your guides. Um,
Yeah.
but
Okay, cool.
you're loved, you're taken care of. And there may be a grandma, who's like wants to, she's there, she wants you to know. Um, there's like a robustness to
Hmm.
her, to the energy. That like, go get them, kid. You
Okay, cool.
know?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
And whatever. So it feels like it's maternal side of the family. whatever whatever's been passed down that is unhelpful,
Hmm.
you've cleared a lot of it. Basically, they're sorry for their part in it,
Hmm. Okay.
and they're proud of you. I mean, it's sort of that clear. I don't know how personal or really specific you want to get.
I mean, if they're saying so, I'm happy to. I don't mind.
Um, so going back to that self-doubt that we talked about,
Hmm.
um, it, there is nothing you have to live up to. You just have to be you
Okay.
as you are in your fullness, not limiting or hiding any part of you, and knowing that you have everything that you need. Um, no matter what unconscious messages you may have received.
Hmm. Okay. Cool. That
Um,
sounds great.
yeah, they don't want to finger point,
Oh,
Um,
okay.
they want to encourage, but not
Mhm.
finger point.
Okay. Got it.
So
Cool. So they're like my spirit guides that I could just like kind of talk to because I talk to my spirit guides and they must be them,
yes,
right?
it's your spirit guides and your angels, right? Those who have passed.
Cool.
Um, and as far as so the energies of those who have passed, right, um, are a little more focused and concentrated with like some aspects of personality or psyche, right?
Hmm.
And
Mhm.
they're peppered within this group of owls. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Mhm.
That that the form of owls, like that it's that overall energy. And owls actually, definitely look them up after this and see. And I don't know if you have the book Animals Speak, but look
Mm-mm.
that book up and see what they say about animals. Um, but then the energy of the guides, right? I mean, that's like goddess Athena energy, like,
Mm.
and that's power and wisdom and intuitive knowledge. And also, so it's like the guide energy is vaster, more expansive. Um, and you have a whole, again, I don't think owls go in groups, so I don't think there's like a term for a group of owls, but it's like you have a whole flock of owls.
Cool.
Like
I love it.
wisdom and that kind of clarity. And as you move forward in creating this course and moving forward with whatever work you do, it's wonderful that you talk to them all the time because they are with you, they are supporting you, and they wouldn't have shown up this clearly. Like I said, usually I get three, usually it's about three images. I don't normally get four, and this was a presence, real presence. So, they are with you 100%. And, they always help us by guiding us in the right direction, giving us little nudges,
Mm.
support, um, helping shift things for us in that way so that we make the choices that are right for us, that keep us on our path in alignment with our purpose.
Yeah.
Um, So yes, I mean, there's just like overwhelming love for you and support and, you know,
Awesome.
so trust that, know that, um, whatever little scribblings that you write to them, like that's all received and heard.
Okay, cool. And
Yeah,
sometimes I've been told like when I just get like notions like and I write them down too that that's them.
amazing.
I have like a list of so many freaking notes on my phone
Yes.
and yeah, so that's cool.
Exactly right. Because that's how, right? Because energetically, there's only so much they can do to impact physical reality, but they can communicate with us and make something feel better than something else or give us an intuitive hit and help us in that way. And in that sense, that's how they help guide us. We just have to be open to receiving and listening. And they're like all cheering. You're a very good listener.
Hey.
Yay.
That's so cute.
So,
Um, cool. That's awesome.
yeah, and that one energy that felt like grandma energy.
Yeah.
She, she loves all of you, and it's funny. She feels sorry, and all of you, and by all of you, she means every single one of you.
Yeah.
No matter how she may have behaved in the past, right? When she was,
Mhm.
um, or in physical form, I should say. Yeah. Tell your mom, pass that along.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. I will.
Um, yeah, she's like,
Tell her she doesn't need to feel sorry. She's all good.
fine. Well, sometimes it's helpful for them as well. Um,
Yeah.
that her, it's so funny when we're in human form, we have all these experiences and they get us stuck into ideas and perspectives and points of view and fear and all these things. And you well know this and understand this. And then we don't behave all the time in our best, like our highest capacity. We may be doing our best, but it may not be our highest truth. And so when we go and look back
Mm.
on our lives and we're able to have that true clarity, right? Like when, if you want to call it life, like life review, whatever you want to call, when we pass, there's those moments of like, oh wow, this is what I did, this is how I impacted
Yeah.
the being. And so, we see that some things that we did, um, may not have been completely helpful or from the place we wish we acted from. Uh, and then we have regrets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but she's love and pride. She's proud of you guys. Um, very proud uh, of all of you. Yeah, pride.
Cool.
Yeah. Um,
Awesome.
yeah. All right. Well, any other last questions before we finish up?
I don't think so. This has been great. This is awesome. Yeah, I don't think I feel like pretty good. I don't have any like really like residual things. I'm ready to just keep working on the course.
All
And
right. Good. I'm so excited about it.
I know it'll be fun. I mean, it's been like an easier one to like put together. Not super easy, but yeah, it's been cool. It's just been it just goes. It just like happens. So it's
Right.
good.
If you're listening to your intuition and trusting and taking action.
Yeah.
So good, Blair. It's really exciting. Well, I would love to see it when you're done. If you want, if you
Yeah,
feel like sharing. Yeah.
for sure. Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
yeah. Congratulations. And again, thank you for being willing to open
Yeah.
yourself up in public. I
No, I
appreciate
think
it.
it's cool. Thank you. Thank you for doing this. This is awesome. And I think it'll be cool.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
this will help some other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, of course. Well, let's keep in touch. Let's keep talking and stuff.
Yes.
Keep me
Yeah,
posted.
yeah, yeah. Of course. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Take
I'll
care.
see you
Thank you. All right.
later.
Bye.